Good afternoon, audience. We're here, patch 6.81. Gummy Worms bringing you Illuminate in the Face and the creators of Tension with my good friend and co-commentator,
Sproutt.
my boy. Getting right into the picks and bans as per usual. The Radiant side, banning out Ember Spirit and Lycan. So, you know, I remember we were talking about before this patch how we were excited to see new picks and bans.
Yeah.
The bans are still kind of staying a little bit of the same. Except, yes, I'm getting there. I gotta follow my list. Yes, so the creators of Tension here, banned out the Invoker and the Tusk. So Tusk got a bit of a rework. Illuminate in the Face, picking up the Centaur Warrunner right there. Tusk, though, got a bit of a rework in his Snowball.
Yeah.
In that, you know, when you cast the Snowball, it summons the Snowball, and then you have to cast it again to launch the Snowball. And it sort of really, it benefits his playstyle of being that team initiator.
Yep, and he also can pick you guys up, and like he can click you in a 400 radius to pick you to go into the ball with him.
Exactly.
It's an adorable little disruption.
I think it's a very necessary rework. It really plays to Tusk's whole, hey, I'm a team initiator. You want to initiate as a team.
Oh, what I like, it's just like, I'm going in, you're coming, you're coming.
Go team friendship! Alright, on the Dire side, they picked up the Rubik and the Dragon Knight. And the Bane, which isn't that like Dragon Knight's counter or something?
No, it's Lifestealer's counter, but it does hurt Dragon Knight as well, because he can't push towers as well now. And
for similar reasons, Enfeeble is incredible. But Dragon Knight, we haven't seen too much of him. I don't know if he's picked up a bit in this patch. I don't think he got any sort of buff, if I'm not mistaken. No. Yeah, no, he didn't. But anywho, Dragon Knight, interesting hero. He can kind of go everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? He's an okay mid laner. He can do the off lane fairly well, and worst comes to worst, throw him in as a safe lane carry, because he also has a pretty good carry potential as well.
Yep.
On the Radiant side, though, they banned out the Clinks. Dire banned out the Mirana there. So, a couple interesting bands there. Brooklyn Kurtz. I don't know why he's called Brooklyn Kurtz, but I was playing a game as Clinks, and people kept calling me Brooklyn Kurtz. And I was like, what the fuck?
Anyways, Mirana is a must ban, I gotta say. Must pick or must ban this patch.
Especially with a Bane. I mean, if you time those Fiend's Grips the Nightmares. Time those Nightmares just right.
Yeah. And, not even just that, she's probably top tier pick right now.
Yeah, well, she's very strong, especially if you have... She's super strong if you have a hero who has this sort of controllable hard stun. So, for example, I was playing a game the other day where it was a Shadow Demon Mirana in the lane, and we just got fucking shredded all day.
Yeah.
Because the disruption into the arrow, into the just death.
Yeah, and it's also her star call, her leap. She's got a lot of like survivability and potential damage, and her ult is just lovely.
And that's what makes her an incredible. Well, basically, yeah, you more or less never have to buy a smoke, and it's better than a smoke because it doesn't disappear when you get within. I think it's 1200 radius or whatever of an enemy, or 900 radius of an enemy.
Yes. But here's the thing with that puck ban. There's an Earthshaker ban, but Earthshaker's not. He's not huge right now.
The Caudle!
Radiant team pick.
Caudle is such... Oh, he got a huge buff this patch. Huge buff! And the Cancer!
Dire team
PL has been chosen. I'm curious to see how this goes. PL is a hell of a pick.
No, he's not. He's still too weak. If you pick a Phantom Lancer, you honestly really do want a Caudle on your team. But, again, he's still really weak. Still really freaking.
Well, he's weak in the early game. PL, he has incredible agility gain, which gives him just armor out the ass.
Yeah, but you can shut down a Phantom Lancer pretty easily. Just gank him a few times.
Fair enough.
He can't get away, and just go with the Dust and a Rubik. Fuck. I like it.
Enigma. I love Enigma.
A little bit greedy.
A little, I don't know. You know, so far, there's actually a really good lock here on this team. You got the Centaur, you got the Enigma right off the bat.
The
Bane here with his Nightmare, he's also really good. Nightmare and Fiend's Grip.
There you go. That's the one that actually matters.
What, the Viper ban?
What? No!
Oh, sorry, the
Fiend's
Fiend's
Grip.
Grip? Okay, yes. I'm getting there. I'm slowly... Look, I work my way around, and then I go for the kill.
Okay.
So, like,
Stop teasing it and just go.
We're seeing... hey. You're messing with my technique here. Anywho, final ban's coming...
Anyways, the Viper ban, they're just banning for this Dragonite right now, even though the Puck ban isn't the most intelligent one, because, yeah, he loses to Puck early, but once he hits 6, he can just dominate the Puck.
Thank you for covering me. And the Faceless Void!
Radiant team
My
pick.
personal favorite carry.
No, your personal favorite carry is Luna. She's banned.
Luna, and then Faceless is my close second.
This is a greedy build by the Radiant with Slark. Ooh.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an okay build. Like, if we... Looking at the lanes here, both teams... English, please. The Dire team sort of has that standard build here. You see the two supports here with Coddle and Rubik.
Yep.
Darkseer is probably going to go in the off lane here. Actually, Darkseer is a little bit of a problem.
Why?
Well, I mean, normally you see a
Dire
tri-lane here
structures are fortified.
with the Dire. Okay, now I'm just curious to see where everyone's going to go. Like, Dragonite might go mid. Darkseer, though, he usually goes in a solo lane, mainly because he needs the solo lane.
Yes.
You have the Coddle, you have the Rubik as... Okay, never mind, sorry, now I'm starting to see the lane. For some reason, I added another hero in my head.
Yes, I was going to say,
No.
it's going to be
Everything's
safe
fine
lane.
now. Everything's fine now. I added, like, another hero in my head, and things didn't make sense for a minute. Alright. I take back almost everything. Almost everything.
Okay.
So looking at the lineup here, I mean, Darkseer going in that off lane for the Dire here. We're definitely going to see this tri-lane up here with this Faceless Void, Coddle, and Rubik for sure. That's a lot of lethal potential really early, actually. Coddle Illuminate is very strong in the early game. Can do about 300 damage by level 3.
I think they actually needed to take the tri-lane and put it aggressive up against the Phantom Lancer. That would shut him down so hard.
It would
30
be.
seconds
Yes,
to
actually,
battle.
yes. That would be a good lineup there. Put the aggressive tri-lane down in that safe lane there and basically shut down the Phantom Lancer as fast as possible.
And then give them an Illuminate to the face. Sorry,
Basically.
I wanted to use the Radiant team name up against.
Hey! I see what you're doing. All right, but no. Instead, they're gonna do that safe. They're gonna do a tri-lane in the safe lane. Dragon Knight going in the middle here. It looks
The
like
battle
Slark's gonna be in the.
begins.
Excuse me.
In the middle, yes.
Yes, in the middle. And we got Enigma up here in the jungle, as he usually goes. DD Rune down bot. Bane just sort of
What was that?
Or Bane down in the bot. Sorry, I'm trying to like not openly belch into the mic.
Yeah, no. I'm just reading something that came up on the side. It's like, you will not receive battle points because you are in low priority punishment.
This is a
pool.
low priority team game? Okay. I'm down. I'm down to watch this. Here we go. We're getting into it. Phantom Lancer in the solo here. Phantom Lancer in the solo lane up against the Darkseer. So let's see how this goes for him. Phantom Lancer, I think, has the slight advantage if I were to, openly guess. But again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hang on. He's taking huge damage from Ion Shells right now. Darkseer getting in a few right clicks there, bringing Phantom Lancer down to about health. I am watching mid. In comes a huge gank. Bane's trying. Dragonite still holding his own. He's only level 1 there. Slark got really low, down to about 100 or so HP, 110.
Yeah.
And Dragonite just holding his own. Picked up a very small build there. The Dragonite only picked up the branches and Tango, so probably an early bottle maybe on his build.
Yeah, bottle rushing.
Most likely.
That's what he's doing. To a T.
Yeah, pretty much. He needs it too. I mean, the one bad thing about the Dragon Knight is that he has no mana.
Yeah, and
He has no mana,
costs.
yeah, and high mana cost. His int gain is also pretty poor too, 1.7. But here we go there. Centaur up in this top lane here, off lane, as he normally does. Again, that's just pretty typical of Centaurs, really. Nothing. Again, these lanes are relatively standard. The Bane has come to join the Phantom Lancer, so Darkseer now contesting against a Bane and a Phantom Lancer. But again, not too worried.
He's fine for the most part. Just Ion Shell farm.
Exactly. Dragonite getting close to his bottle here. Looking at last hits, the Faceless Void doing really well. He's already at 10 last hits, 3 denies. So, he's got his last hits on. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a better last hitter than me.
Okay. Anyways, I'm still wondering what the hell this low priority punishment pool thing is.
I don't know. I mean, it's a low prio game, so we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that would make me guess low prio, but Faceless Void jumping in on that Centaur Warrunner, trying to get some hits in on him. Centaur hasn't picked up return yet, so that was actually, pretty good. Get a few right clicks in, do some damage, cause him to use a tango, get back, stuff like that. PL doing pretty good on his last hits too. Sort of, matching the Faceless Void hit for hit here. Again, only like 2 last hits behind, so really nothing worth commenting about.
Yep.
Just at the moment, anyway.
Let's see if he goes the Time Walk build, the Time Walk Mask of Madness build.
I mean, that is the Faceless, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Well, that's the very common build. I mean, right now he's on track for a very early Midas, so it would not surprise me if we actually see an early Midas coming up on that Faceless Void. Yep. As a sort of rule of thumb, if you can secure a Midas before the 7-minute mark, I mean, obviously it should be a little earlier than that, but if you can secure a Midas by about 7-ish minutes, go for it.
Yeah.
Because that'll pay itself off by about the 25-minute mark. And give you an incredible XP lead. Darkseer taking out the Phantom Lancer. Too busy looking at this Rubik just standing there. Not quite sure what he's doing. If you look by that sort of dire jungle stairway there, you'll see him.
Yeah, I know. Phantom Lancer went down to the Ion Shell damage, honestly. He's a melee hero up against the Darkseer. The Ion Shell is annoying as hell when you're melee.
Yeah. Phantom Lancer, though, picked up an early Tranquils. Apparently that's a thing on him. I don't 100% agree. Oh, there we go. The Rubik lying in wait, nice and patiently. Dragon Knight getting the kill on the Slark. He's got his bottle, he's got his boots. That's exactly what the Dragon Knight needs. He needs this early gold lead to basically push his tankiness even further. And you know what? So far he's got it. Rubik, yep. Good job. Just lying in wait.
I see what he's doing.
Who?
Darkseer. He's like messing with the Phantom Lancer, and as soon as he puts the Phantom Lancer low, he goes into the jungle and ion shells himself and tries to farm away from the Enigma at the same time. Very good play by the Darkseer.
Very good, but also very risky. If Darkseer does get caught out, I mean, could be an unfortunate death for him, but again, we'll see how it goes. It is a cheeky play. Very good. Faceless Void, though, on track to getting his Midas. He has the recipe. 200 gold away from the gloves, so we're going to see a very early Midas on this Phantom Lancer. Slark, though, takes out... Oh, no, Slark died, sorry. Taken out. Bane, though, getting caught out, too. Dragon Knight ulties. Right-click on that there, and down they go. That's 2 more kills for the Dire there. Faceless Void, 40 gold away. Oh, no, he has the gold. He has just secured Midas at 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
There we go.
A very good Midas. Very strong Midas. That's going to pay itself off at about the 23-minute mark, assuming he uses it efficiently.
Yeah, he's already used it, so...
yeah. And, so now we're just going for a huge push here. This is very quickly leading in the way, or leading in the advantage towards the Dire. This could actually mean that PL isn't going to have space. And if he doesn't get space, that's actually a problem.
And Darkseer
gets away with like 20 HP.
Welcome to Darkseer, guys.
God damn, that was close.
Yeah, Surge is a lovely ability on Darkseer.
It is. PL, again, a little concerned for him. If he can't get the space that he needs to get fat, he's gonna just sort of be this like dead weight. Faceless Void, he's accelerating his build a bit by getting that Hand of Midas, and Dragon Knight's already secured 2 kills. He only has 16 last hits, but again, he's secured the 2 kills. This tower's about to go down in just a few more hits. Centaur Warrunner, though, takes out the Faceless Bane. What do you use there? Is Nightmare?
What?
The Faceless Void goes down to the Centaur Warrunner.
Bane did nothing.
Oh no, Bane just stood there?
No, Centaur was just tanking him and then stomps and then double edges him when he got too low. I was just laughing.
Oh, Centaur. Oh no, never mind. Centaur doesn't have mana. Darkseer, though, TP's top, so does the Rubik. This could be some kills here. Up comes the Telekinesis, down he goes, right clicks come in. Centaur Warrunner not looking too good. In comes the Faceless into the Chrono. Bit of a wasted Chrono, though. Darkseer, though, does take out the Centaur Warrunner. Slark, though, pouncing on this Dragon Knight. Not the best idea in the world. Does pop his ulti. Dragon Knight does need to retreat there. Does manage to get away. Slark, though, just trying to get really aggressive. He does need to catch up a little bit. He is kind of behind. And by kind of behind, I mean very behind. Is he?
Yeah.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
pushing down that bot
tower is
there.
under attack.
Looking at the networks real quick, we're seeing again, the Dire do have that lead, and you're seeing it there in their
Radiant's
core
middle
three.
tower
The
has
Darkseer,
fallen.
the Faceless Void, the Dragon Knight. They're
Dire's
all ahead.
bottom tower is
Phantom
under
Lancer,
attack.
though, staying kind of close to that Dragon Knight. He's only at about 2,600 versus the Dragon Knight's 2,900, so only about a 300 gold differential between the two. But it's when you look at the Faceless Void versus the Phantom Lancer, we're seeing almost a 1k gold differential between the two. So that could be, that's almost a Mask of Madness there.
Yeah. But we got a magic wand coming up on the Dragon Knight. I honestly don't like it.
It's not the best pick.
Radiant's
No,
top
especially
tower
because
is
they don't
under
have a
attack.
super spammy lineup on their Radiant.
Well, also, especially when he beat, he won his lane.
Yeah.
So now Dragon Knight's just going to start rotating. He's not really going to be secured.
Radiant's top
He's not really
tower
going to be
is
in a
under
lane,
attack.
and he's not going to be next to heroes that often.
Yeah, exactly. He just wants to rotate in, push towers with his ult.
Yep. So down goes that mid T1, down goes that top
Dire's bottom
T1,
tower
and
is
that's
under
2
attack.
towers already
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
for the Dire.
Dire's
PL trying to push hard
structures are
here,
fortified.
doing his best, but he doesn't quite have that lethal potential just yet for towers. Again, doing his best, but just not enough. This is a problem though for the Dire. They're letting a PL farm. They're letting a PL basically have a lane uncontested. And that's something you never want to do.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is
they
under
killed him
attack.
once, but they killed him once. Maybe
all they have to do really is send the Coddle Top and let him illuminate him
Yeah.
a lot, because then he can never take the tower.
But the point is though, you've only killed him once. He's not quite on his he's not quite been shut down. Yeah,
He's
you
also
hurt
not
him.
quite doing amazingly, and they're losing towers everywhere, and Dragon Knight's is gonna go down probably. Yep.
Oh, he does. So does the Rubik. That's 3 kills right there for the Dire. Sorry, I was a little busy just checking out that PL there. I did manage to catch that tail end though there, and that's 3 kills for the Radiant. That could be something.
That's called overstaying your welcome. Never do that.
Basically. Faceless Void though, still managing. He's at 61 last hits just before the 10-minute mark here. Taking notes, don't you worry.
Yeah, okay.
Going in. Oh, is this going to be a dead Enigma? Yes, into the Chronosphere. Right click's coming in. Is it going to be enough damage, though? It's going to be close. Enigma does have a black hole. He doesn't really want to use it, of course. Faceless Void takes him out. Good job, Faceless. Just a nice quick pick off here. PL, though, he's kind of getting caught out. The Illuminate misses, though. PL coming in into the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight. Oh, no, that's the fake. Slark, though, TP's in. PL just sitting back. There's 4 Dire bot here. Enigma is down, but he's coming up just now. Curious to see if he's going to TP his way in as well. This is they tried. They missed out on that Phantom Lancer there. Oh, there we go. Oh, Enigma has disconnected from the game. We're seeing a pause right now.
Yep.
Tactical pause.
I like the Darkseer pickup for the Dire up against the PL because his illusions die really fast to Ion Shell, no matter what he does.
Well, not only that, the Darkseer kind of acts like a weird, weaker coddle in a way with the Ion Shells. Just sort of, it constantly keeps the lane pushed towards, for better or for worse, it keeps the lane pushed towards the Radiant Tower, but it doesn't push in the same way that an Illuminate pushes, right?
Yep.
The Illuminate is a very hard push, but the Ion Shell is a lot more subtle, and it just kind of it keeps the lane just gently pushed.
Yeah.
Which
it keeps it pushing, and it gives you the opportunity to take out the tower. If they wreck that bottom tower, that Radiant jungle is wide open for the Darkseer. And he's going to have fun times in there, thanks to Surge, Ion Shell, all that good stuff.
Basically. I love seeing an Enigma. I want to point this out real quick. I kind of want to talk about the Enigma. I love seeing an Enigma. Mainly because he has so much potential to change a fight.
Russian. All Russian.
Is it Russian? Do I want to watch this? Yeah.
Nah, I can't read shit, so.
I know. I recognize those are Russian characters. And that's about it. I guess it looks like Enigma was having some problems here. Because Enigma was talking. I don't know when those popped up, but whatever. Doesn't matter to me. But looking here, let's look at the last hits real quick. Faceless Void is just destroying it. He's got 63 last hits already. That's just after the 10-minute mark there. He's got a Midas. If you look at his net worth, he's got about 5,300 net worth. He's got his Perseverance already. Going to be building an early Battle Fury, I'm guessing, which is an okay build for Faceless Void. I prefer the rush into the Mask of Madness myself. I like to be online faster for team fights versus just farming, but again.
He went the time lock and the backtrack max first.
Yeah, so that's going to basically sort of catch him up in team fights. Again, he doesn't have his Mask of Madness, which is a pretty critical pickup for a Faceless Void.
Yeah.
But that is whatever. It's fine. Looking at Slark, though, I mean, actually, it's more like we got to look at that PL. Where is he? He's up in here. PL is going to be the thing that wins the Radiant this game. The thing is, PL isn't going to win this game before the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
That's sort of the problem with this, is PL doesn't come online till before 30 minutes unless, you have a PL that's basically farming like a madman. And
he also got a Soul Ring, so he didn't get to rush his Diffusal thanks to not having a Coddle on his team.
Yeah, basically costs him 800 gold that he could have spent on, Diffusal.
Yeah.
Enigma taking a sweet time coming back.
Yeah, and the reason why I say, I like to max Time Lock more and Time Lock rather than backtrack. Maybe get 1 point of backtrack, but when you go in, try to always overlap your Time Lock over top of the person you're going to Chronosphere, because, you don't even have to instant Chronosphere if you do that, because it gives them the movement speed slow, it gives them attack speed slow, it shortens the cooldown by 6 seconds, which is lovely because you're invulnerable as you time lock. So it just gives you better setup, and it does also give you better team fight. If you pass through someone and you don't actually Chronosphere them, hell, they're not going to attack you as fast. They're going to move slowly so your team can wrap around and get them. I don't entirely like the backtrack. I always love the time lock because increased damage, increased chance. But backtrack not always needed early.
True, but the thing
especially
with backtrack...
not in a not in a tri lane, not in a safe lane tri lane. If he was going offensive tri lane, yeah, fine, I get it. But safe lane tri lane, no, you don't need that point. You don't need it at all.
Again,
no, you don't.
Just my sort of musings about this is like how I usually build Faceless is I'll usually have 2 points into time walk before level 6. Mainly just for that extra range. That like 700 range is too short, but like you don't need 1300 range in the early mid game, right?
Why not?
I usually, sorry.
Why not?
It's not. Again, it's not. 900 range is sort of what you need. It gives you a lot of room to work with. Like if we look at the 700 range ring, if that's going to pop up, no, it's not. 700 range is not much. It's actually too short. 900, especially for the early game, is pretty much just right. You really don't need 1300 until about that mid to mid late game. Mainly because by then, like at the early game, no one's scary enough to really fight you. So 900 range means that it's just the right range to be close enough to engage and still give you potential to basically sort of hide in the trees here and have no problem, or hide up here and still be able to engage in the lane. Like you don't need that extra range early. I like the backtrack because it just gives you that extra bit of survivability. Unlike Phantom Assassin's evasion, backtrack can't be Monkey King Bard.
Yeah.
So that's basically a true stack, or whatever you want to call it. Like it's
dodge,
true. It's true evasion. Yeah.
It's dodge. It's not evasion.
There we go. Yes. So it's dodge, which also means you could dodge spells, and I have dodged my fair share of fingers and Laguna blades. Believe you me.
And Dagon. I watched you dodge Dagon earlier today.
Yeah, dodged Dagon. Time lock though, I think is the one that you definitely want to max first. It's your bash proc. It gives you that extra damage, and when you when you have it with a Mask of Madness as well, that's just huge damage.
Can I say quickly that I'm thinking pubs, not team play. Team play, you're absolutely right, but in pubs,
Radiant's bottom tower is
if
under
anyone
attack.
wants to create this, the reason why I like to
Dragonite takes out the
max
Slark. Oh, this Phantom Lancer, he's kind of getting caught out here. Doesn't have the mana to do anything. In comes the Illuminate, Keeper of the Light. Looks like Phantom Lancer took an Illuminate to the face. Oh, drop the mic.
Anyways, the reason why I like Time Walk is because it's gank-centric. You can gank lane so fast,
there we
and
go.
with the 1300 range, just fly in Chronosphere.
Yeah. So if we look at the circle now, that's 700 range. I have my time walk, or my thing over the time walk. That's 700 range. That's not a lot of range. 900 range is at least a little better than that. And yeah, no, I am kind of talking about like team/pub play. I mean, I sort of do a bit of both. And like I kind of build Faceless the same way though, because I agree with the mantra of like practice like you play.
Yeah.
So I get used to that Faceless build just because that's how I think it should be done.
Centaur
Warrunner getting caught out there though. Darkseer in the Fiend's group. Right clicks come in from the Phantom Lancer. Not enough into a mechanism. There we go. That's a kill there. Dragon Knight takes out Centaur Warrunner. Centaur Warrunner though takes out the Rubik. Darkseer kind of getting zoned out here. Phantom Lancer wants him dead, and I don't blame him. Grab that DD rune. Yeah. Darkseer grabbed that DD rune, so Phantom Lancer couldn't get it. That's a pretty bad engage there for the Dire, but the Ion Shell on the Dragon Knight is kind of keeping around. He has the Enfeeble on him, so he's not able to do damage. Slark pounces on the Dragon Knight. Right clicks coming in. This is a dead Dragon Knight. Down he goes. It takes so much, but he dies so neutral. No gold going the Radiant way, and that is, well, 4 dead for the Dire in the end.
Yeah.
But Faceless Void just kind of chilling in his lane, doing his thing.
Yeah. I just looking at the strats for the popular builds. Yes, your build has a higher win rate, but only in team play. My build has a higher win rate in pub play.
Yo, tell me about it.
So if you're soloing, go with the gank-centric build with the
max time walk.
Time lock and time walk. Time lock first, then time walk, and then backtrack. Because you're just going to want to time walk in chrono. You just want to be able to do it from farther. But if you're doing team play, yeah, go this build. Exactly this build.
Yep.
But Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he picked up his Battle Fury. It's a pretty early Battle Fury, 13 minutes, not too bad. Enigma, I think, just DC'd again, or I don't know if he even came back. No, he didn't come back?
No. He got back, but I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, no. He doesn't look like he did. 1 second.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at
he didn't.
No, he didn't. But another pause here. Don't quite know why.
I don't know if he did. I don't really care. He probably did. I just didn't pay attention.
I can't read Russian. Anywho. Yeah, not quite sure what's going on here, but that's okay. Carrying on, though, like nothing's happening. Yeah, so Battle Fury's coming out. That's really going to help his farm. But again, you know, the Mask of Madness, or even into a Mjolnir if he wants. Mjolnir is not a bad choice either. But the only thing is it doesn't give him that 100 attack speed boost and 30 move speed boost, but you take 30% extra damage and that lasts for 12 seconds. That's okay, because ideally you're using most of your Mask of Madness inside your Chronosphere, so you're not taking much, if any, damage.
Yep.
Mjolnir, though, is also an equally good choice. It just sort of depends on how things are going.
Yeah, it entirely does. And I see where the Battle Fury is going to be used. It's going to be used to clear out the Phantom Lancer illusions faster. But that's what I see Darkseer's Ion Shell used for more.
I mean, or you know, to quote a very famous internet meme, why not both?
Please go away.
But in all seriousness, I mean, why not both, right? Like,
there's
a lot of clear on this team if we sort of start looking at some of the abilities here. Like, you got the Coddle Illuminate, you have the Dragon Knight Fire Breath, you have the Ion Shell from the Darkseer, and you have the, you know, just for reasons, you have Fade Bolt on the Rubik as well, who can bounce around too. Yeah. So the only person really missing a clear is that Faceless Void, but now he's got the Cleave from the Battle Fury.
But to bring that into perspective, why do you need 5 clears if you already have 4 that are actually really strong?
No, I mean, you don't. That's the thing. He probably could have been better off building up a Daedalus. But the thing with the Battle Fury is it's giving him mana regen, and Faceless Void can sometimes have mana problems if you don't build him right.
Or if you get far behind early, but they're not really far behind.
Yeah, so having that Battle Fury mana regen kind of helps keep him at least always ready. And at least always having mana. That's sort of a problem with a Faceless Void. his mana gain is, I think, quite shitty. Yeah, his mana gain is only 1.5 per level, or int gain, sorry, is 1.5 per level. So he really has mana problems.
Yep.
So the Battle Fury mana regen, and again, just more clear. I mean, I kind of have my build pulled up on the side of the screen here, which is kind of interesting, actually, if I'm clicking around.
Gold, quickly. Gold lead is 7,500, and I can't actually see the exact point of the experience, but it's close to 0. 500,
is it
maybe.
Close to 0? Yeah, maybe 500. Yeah, so the XP lead is about the same, but the gold definitely going towards the Dire, and again, that's just because, like, Faceless Void's just knocking out last hits. He's not the only reason they're ahead, you know, but they have the 87 last hits on the Faceless Void there versus the 55 on the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah.
You know, it's Faceless Void's just getting his farm on, and that's basically what he needs. I don't know why he's attacking that Siege minion.
Under attack.
I would have kept it alive, because that does true damage to stuff and things. Or not true damage, but bonus damage to towers and stuff and things. Here we go. PL just kind of farming. Faceless Void walking around. A bit of a lull here in the fight. Not too much to talk about except for really items. And what we're seeing here, again, this is what we see all the time with items, is we're starting to see the sort of the progression on the one side versus lack of progression on the second side here. So again, we look at the Dire. So wow, pops the Chronosphere to farm Ancients. Anywho, so we look at the Dire side here. We got the Mechanism up on the Darkseer. We got Arcane Boots on a Rubik. Dragonite is starting to build a Shadow Blade, but he's getting there. Looking there. Oh, what's going on down here? That's a Bane catching out a Darkseer here. But then Faceless Void is who we really want to look at here. Faceless Void, he's got his Battle Fury. He's got a Hand of Midas. Just picked up a whole bunch of gold from clearing a stacked Ancient Camp there. He's sitting at about 1,200 right now. And that's the Fiend's Grip on the Darkseer. In comes the Pounce. In comes a whole bunch of damage here. Black Hole comes in on the Enigma, snags the Dragonite. That's a huge Illuminate, though, coming in from the Coddle. That's going to take out. Huge right click coming in from the Coddle. That takes out the Centaur. Coddle, though, not going to be able to get out. Pops an Illuminate that way. Don't quite know why. That's 3 kills, though, for the Dire. 1 kill for... Or, sorry, 3 kills for the Radiant. 1 kill for the Dire. Rubik just trying to get out of there. He's unfortunately only level 4, which means he doesn't have much of a chance against the Slark, who's pretty much double his level.
I don't know why he walked towards that at all.
No, Faceless Void just picked up Mask of Madness. It's incoming on the Courier.
Yeah, of course.
Possibly soon. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know where he's going. He has the Morbid Mask, that's all I'll say.
Satanic. I don't know.
Our Helm of the Dominator.
Okay.
Sure.
Fine.
Not a bad choice. Basically, it gives him extra damage and extra armor, which in turn he'll probably just pick up a Mjolnir instead if he wants that attack speed, which he wants that attack speed. Because if I'm not mistaken, Time Lock's probably one of the stronger procs, excluding Coup de Grace.
Sure.
Well, it's the strong. I think it's one of the strongest bash procs in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it is the strongest bash proc in the game, but I don't know.
It would be close to Headshot, basically.
No, I think it's stronger than Headshot.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know if you want to pull up some numbers while
I'll pull up numbers. Give me a second.
While I just keep looking at this game here. So yeah, Dragonite has the first half of his Shadow Blade there. He almost has the second half. He just needs another 50 gold coming in. Oh, where did Darkseer go? Oh, there he goes. Darkseer has the mech, picking things up. Why did Faceless use his Chronosphere there? Don't quite know why.
Misclick.
Rubik's the sort of unfortunate story of this game. We're 16 minutes in, and he's not even level 6.
Oh, yeah, Headshot's stronger, but
yeah,
by 20 points, though. That's about it.
Okay.
Has a higher chance of happening, too, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
Alright,
is
not
under
too bad.
attack.
This Enigma kind of getting a little caught out here. Not too bad, though. Darkseer just making his way around. More stuff coming in. In comes a huge Illuminate.
To the face?
Nope. Darkseer, though, kind of getting caught out there. Casts a Surge, and looks like he's going to get away. Maybe. I don't know. Slark's still really close. He pops his ulti. Blink comes in from the Darkseer. Man, this is a hell of a chase here. Maybe if Centaur had his ultimate.
Wait, he does. Okay, I thought you meant he didn't take a point in it. I was going to
but he didn't use it if he did. Anywho, so Dragonite's got Shadow Blade. A bit of an interesting pickup on him, to be honest. Shadow Blade's not really that great of an item. He probably would have benefited better from BKB. Except, no, doesn't Fiend's Grip go through BKB?
Yep.
Okay. 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 The more you know. The more you know. Does it go through Lincoln's?
No. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. That would be broken.
If it went there, if it didn't go through Lincoln's?
No, if it went through Lincoln's, it'd be broken.
I see. Okay, anywho. But things going on. Looks like a bit of a fight here. We got all the Radiant here, or almost all the Radiant. Bane's kind of backing away a little bit. I think he's grabbing something. Yeah, he grabbed a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Blink Dagger on the Bane. Faceless Void using his helm to control the Centaur there. Trying to go for the quick Roshan here. Mask of Madness, again, this is where Mask of Madness would really benefit him. Mainly because that Centaur is going to go down really quickly. And then now he's just sit there and try and take it. Hopefully RNG Jesus is with him. And he's going to get lots of backtrack procs, but we'll see in just a minute here. He's doing pretty good, down to half. Dragonite took out the Slark. Clicks coming in. Rubik getting hit by that PA, or PL, sorry, not PA. Bane, that's a black hole, but that's an interrupted black hole. Not that good. Enigma tried. Enigma failed. Down he goes. Rubik, though, stole... No, he didn't. He stole the Malefice. Did not manage to get that black hole. Darkseer, though, takes out the Bane. Keeper of the Light. Throws in a huge Illuminate, which takes out the Enigma there. Centaur, though, trying to get away. He did take out the Keeper of the Light, but who knows what's going on here. Darkseer chasing him down. Vacuum's not up. Does not have a Vacuum. Is instead just trying to use Ion Shell. Faceless Void gets the Roshan. He's got a Hyperstone on him, so good chance he's going Mjolnir. Maybe even an Assault Cuirass. Not quite sure what he's going for. Dragonite, though, takes out the Centaur Warrunner with help of the Darkseer, and that is another kill there for the Dire. I think that was a relatively even trade. I think about 2 or 3 for 3. If I was counting that correctly.
I wasn't counting. I was busy watching Faceless actually just fight the Roshan.
Yeah, no, he did good. He's doing really well. He's using his Hand of Midas very effectively, and he's farming very effectively too. He's going into the Radiant jungle, which means he's basically stealing farm right out of the Enigma, which is putting the Radiant behind even further. And picking up the Hyperstone again, actually really nice too. Gives him that attack speed. Oh, he's going in on that Slurky Slark. Oh, huge Chronosphere, catches the Bane. Uh-oh, the Malefice is on him. Right click's coming in. Down goes the Bane. He's kind of getting caught out here, though, right now. This isn't looking too good for him. He's going to take out the Bane. Now all he has left is just the Enigma. He's going to do it. Illuminate comes in, but he has the Aegis. Centaur Warrunner gets in at the last second here, but it could be too little too late for him. Into the Time Walk, into right clicks. Alti's about to come up, but no, Centaur's not going to get to use it. The Dragonite takes him out with the help of the Coddle and the Faceless Void. Good kills in there for the Dire. 3 kills for a popped Aegis, so decent trade.
Yep.
Decent trade. Armlet of Mordigan coming up on the Dragonite. That's the item he wants. He wants that item, and then
Radiant's
basically, I
middle
mean,
tower is
if he's not going to get a BKB, you might as well go for a Heaven's Halberd.
Yep.
I mean, especially at this point, like, you know, if you know a BKB is not going to really do much for you, this game is kind of a prime example of this. The only thing it would really stop is, like, the Enigma Black Hole.
Has fallen.
But if you know a BKB is not going to do much for you, you know, to be honest, the
Halberd's better.
Yeah, Halberd's pretty good. It still gives you the stats you need, but also I'm just trying to think. Like a Lincoln's would probably be okay because I think that can stop the Fiend's Grip.
It can.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked it up while you were casting.
So I mean, a Lincoln's would be a good choice too. Like these are items you can consider if you know a BKB is not going to help you, because you know you don't want to get into that trap of thinking like, oh, the BKB will save me when the BKB might not be able to save you all the time. No. Yeah, Dragonite said. Faceless Void, though, kind of catching out the Slug. His Chrono's up in 3 seconds, so if he could just hold off, he could pull off a super awesome play, pop that Chrono a little late. He is going to get the Slug, but to be honest, that could have been a better one.
He could have just saved it.
He could have saved it, yeah. He could have saved it, or, I mean, he could have killed that Centaur in the PL too, but... Anywho, yeah, so he's picking up a Mjolnir, like I sort of was thinking about. So good pickup on him there.
Why did Bane just Nightmare
Radiant's
Centaur?
bottom tower is under attack.
You know.
For the lulz.
Yeah. For Satan, of course.
God. Oh my God.
All right.
Radiant's bottom tower
PL kind of
has
getting caught out here. I mean,
No,
you know,
he didn't
PL...
get caught out. If Faceless didn't use his Chronosphere, he could have actually got the PL there, but no.
Yeah. A little unfortunate play, but hey.
He's going with Mjolnir.
Happens to the best of us. Yeah, he's got his Mjolnir. He just
He's got big goods.
Yeah, he's got the Mjolnir. He's just waiting for the courier to be free. His next item, who knows what that's going to be? Daedalus, blah, blah. Daedalus, maybe even an Aghanims. Aghanims wouldn't be a bad choice either. It gives him basically 1 whole extra second of Chronosphere, and it reduces the cooldown to a flat 60 seconds, so...
More Chronospheres, more places.
Yeah, the other thing too, possibly a Butterfly. Not a bad choice either.
Well, because again, they don't have a dedicated MKB builder on the Radiant, so he's got... And they stack with dodge, so it's just like you got 20% evade, 25% evasion, 25% dodge.
And even if they did get an MKB, he would still have the 25% dodge.
Exactly, so he could still dodge your freaking attacks anyways.
Yep, basically.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, this Slark got caught out pretty hard there. Dragon Knight takes him down. We got the 4 or 3 Dire there. Centaur Warrunner kind of playing a little dangerous. PL, my boy, what you doing? Which one's the real one, though? In comes the dust. They know which one's real. Down he goes in a short order there. That's a kill for the Darkseer there. Good play on the Dire. Faceless Voids pushing down this bot lane real hard like. Gets caught out by the Fiend's Grip, but you know what? That's not going to be the end of him. In comes Enigma with his Malefice. I'm waiting for the black hole. Where's that black hole? Time walks out the black hole! Huge dodge! That was a huge dodge.
And he catches him.
And down he goes. Goodbye, Enigma. Get out of here.
Wait.
You're done.
It was touching the tip of the tower. He could have been attacking the tower while it was Chronosphered.
He did have a bit of damage, but it wasn't much.
Yeah.
And down goes that T3 bot tower. Enigma just, you know what, he kind of probably needs to go just hang his head in shame after that.
And say something in Russian that I can't read, so I'm sad.
He's probably all just like, suka, suka, suka.
I don't know what that means.
For any Russian people that are listening, that is, I think, bitch, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Darkseer's over by the fountain.
Yeah, Darkseer just providing pressure, picked up a Scythe of Ice. Way to go. Dragon just chilling there. Oh, GG's called. Yeah. Rubik picks up the Fiend's Grip. His Phantom Lancer just going down. Oh, no, he manages to get away. Barely bit into the vacuum, and there's the GG.
Yep.
There's the GG that we've been waiting for. That's been this game. I don't know. It was a fairly close-ish game. But the Dire definitely did. I mean, you let that Faceless Void just sort of free from. Look at his last hits right now. He's at 201 last hits, and that's at 24 minutes. So, don't let a hard carry free farm, please.
I don't. Fucking sorry. Faceless Void is not a hard carry.
I totally did not get that match ID.
Oh well. I forgot to write it down too. Damn.
It's okay. I'll grab it later. Anywho, that closed really quickly. Normally they don't close that fast. Oh well. But the Faceless Void was a good pick. I mean, he pretty much got free farm that whole match. They dealt with PL, I think, accordingly. He almost hit that critical mass. Where he would have become basically that fat carry that they needed. But other than that, I mean, that was an okay game. Yep. It was close until the Dire just basically started pushing hard. So, good job to everyone. Congratulations. I think it was the creators of Tension. Yeah, the creators of Tension. Congratulations. Way to win. That's been this game, guys.
Yep.
I want to thank my good friend and co-commentator Sproutt here.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Thank you for joining me. And my name's been Gummy Worms with Sproutt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And until next time, guys, play more games.
Sure.
Just whatever. Do whatever you want. Enjoy. We're out.
Okay.
Bye.